Hi everyone, Corey Thorne, psychic medium and spiritual healer, coming in to do the channeled monthly message for the month of August for, who am I doing this for? It's for Taurus. This one is for Taurus. So please remember that this is not a personal reading. This is a channeled collective message for a general message from the divine source and from the spirits on the other side. I can't even get my information out. You're very stuck, Taurus. Some of my Taurus are very stuck in like a time warp. Very much stuck in like a time warp. Like you're something. So also please remember, this is not to replace any medical, psychological, or scientific evidence or any advice that you have been given. This is to be taken as a channeled message only. I'm hearing a song. I keep like Red Rose. It's like I just can hear this humming, like somebody was always singing the song, or it's like and what I feel like it's around is just like you're stuck in a time. You're stuck in a time warp. You're stuck in a time when you convinced yourself was your happiest times. Remember that. You convinced yourself that it was happier times. You've made up a false sense of contentment and happiness because you remember all of what you're doing is you're taking, it feels like some of you are caught in the past of saying, well, you know, life was so easy then, and I had this and I had that, and I was this and I was that, and I'm like, but what was really happening? What was really happening behind the scenes, behind the whole journey? Was it really as truly, was it really truly as the story you keep telling yourself, or is it the story of what you need to tell yourself? And because you keep telling yourself the story that you need to tell yourself for survival, for existence, for whatever, or for just to kind of cover up the things that weren't so great, is it's holding you back from having the best optimal life possible right now. And I feel like the best life possible is kind of around the bend for you, or it's right in front of you, or it's just kind of there, and it's like you're slow to the party because you've looked in the door and you're just scared to walk in. You're scared to be amongst new people. You find yourself in a place of judgment. You find yourself in a place of kind of being going back into your shell, hiding away from the world. And that's not where you need to be right now. I do feel as if the past has to be the past. I'm not saying it doesn't come up or we still don't grieve it, or it's not parts of it that has to carry forward with us, but it can't control your life. And what I'm getting is that there's a lot of energy around some of my Taurus that are still allowing the past to control their lives, and old habits of the past. And I feel as if there was a dark time within like the nearest past, so the past few years, that has really challenged you, but also really made you kind of start to pull up your socks and put your life back together, but you're afraid to finish doing it. And you have to know that almost like someone don't just have your back, someone's pushing you. And someone is also pushing you back into the past. So you're around somebody, or you keep continuing to like be your own worst enemy into the past. Which also takes you into, I'm just going through a collection of cards. I'm trying to put the story together that I'm getting. And I am in the Call It Baron Reed, and I can't remember Pam's last name. Sorry, Pam, if you see this. But it is, Wisdom of the Night, I think they're called. Wisdom of the Dark, Wisdom of the Night, I think they're called. A deck of cards, and please remember that any cards that I use, I do not use the books. I use them as validations to the channel messages that's coming through. And so what's coming up for me here is that there was a storm, there was a chaos, there was a big thing in your past, but you keep pulling it back forward, like you will not let yourself out of it. I feel like you're conditioned to stay in drama or trauma. Conditioned stay in drama or trauma. And yes, they are different, and the two of them are very different. And it's like the trauma that happened is real. The drama that's happening is not. The drama that's happening is is not real. The trauma was real. And in order to deal with the trauma, you have to get out of the drama. And you need to get very clear in saying, I am worth it. I'm worth it to barely shine. And it's like just being kind of standing up on your own soapbox, taking your own life back. That obedience is like, I don't need to see exactly what it's going to look like. I need to know that I can do this, that I'm ready for this. I'm letting go. I'm letting go. I'm using my magic wand. I'm releasing, letting go. I'm knowing those who love me is there. And I'm claiming back my own self, like level of integrity. And you need to remind yourself of that, is that I knew who I was. And yes, this has happened to me. And yes, I have this in my life. But what can I do? What can I do to help others? Or what can I do for myself to help myself be able to move forward? And it's like that self-worth is like just learning to appreciate and love you, and knowing that when we go out and we help somebody else, we take the focus off our own problems, and we tend to then be around people who have a sense of appreciation, and helping people who truly appreciate good help or appreciate the kindness and kind actions of other people. And the more that you're around people like that, I feel like you will start to let go of the past. That was a pretty big energy that was coming in. It's like you're getting that boot in the ass type of thing. And this is you. I mean, you're here to be in your light. And it's like, and I want it to write on my whiteboard, I'm fucking golden, is what I want to write. And sorry, YouTube, I'm swearing. And I know there's a whole lot worse than that on YouTube, but it's like, yeah, I'm fucking golden. I have this. I have my shit. I see myself as being this worth it. It's like, if I could just get out of the false sense of the reality of emotions. It's like, if I could just get out of that false sense, because you've created a false sense of security in the issues and problems that are around some of you. And please remember, this is not for everybody. This is not how every Taurus's month is going. Some of my Taurus in August, I'm doing a real split over here. I'm going over here. So some of my Taurus, what I'm picking up is a sense that you have a lot to celebrate. You have a lot of joy around you and a lot of happiness around you. And you're owning this shit. It's like August is your month. You've been waiting for the air to clear. You've been waiting for things to get better. Oh. And I just feel like, sorry, my phone should have been silent and it's not. Just waiting for, you're just waiting kind of for everyone else to get on board, or waiting for the day to arrive. And sorry, I dropped a card. And I'm going into, this is actually a new deck for me. It's the Green Witch Tarot, and it's Anne Mora owns this deck. Lovely, lovely deck. I love this woman's work. It's so beautiful. So Anne, if you ever get to see this, know that I am, your cards have beautiful energy to them. So here's the celebration. Here's a celebration I'm seeing, and you're waiting for that time to arrive, waiting to go. So whether you're getting married or whether you have somebody in your life getting married, I just feel like there's a beautiful energy around. Enjoy the happiness and joy, and don't get caught in other people's drama. Stay in this time for you. You're filling your cup full of I just feel like you're just like filling your cup full. It's like this, the Knight of Chalice is just sitting, waiting patiently, and not like impatient. It's not a time to be impatient. It's just like everything is unfolding exactly as it is. It's supposed to be, and you have a lot to celebrate. There's a lot of celebration coming up. And I feel as if some of you have, and I feel like one of your children may be coming in with like an announcement, that they're making an announcement of a child or a wedding, or that they've just gotten that great job, but I feel like it's a child or a wedding. And I am picking up some June babies, some June babies, like some babies that were like, so your child might have a birthday in June, or you might be having, like, they're planning for something that takes place next June. I also have a sense and feeling that you're also being called upon to help care and nurture somebody's needs. And it's not always appreciated on earth, but it's being appreciated by their spouse on the other side, is what's coming up for me. The Earth Mother, there's a baby. Tauruses, someone got a baby coming in. This is the message I'm getting. I know this is not totally that card, but it's like a rebirth is what would be coming. So if you don't have a baby coming, it's that rebirth is just being grounded and connected, and just allowing yourself to go through the changes that you have been going through, to let go of the past, to be like reborn again, to start over again, to start that journey, to just know that there's so many beautiful things waiting for you. I want you to not be afraid to start reaching for the stars, because you deserve to reach for the stars. but there's also this son, daughter, whatever it may be, somebody in the family just going to make an announcement or plan on getting married, or the announcement of a baby. I just see like, and the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I just heard that. Please remember, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And I feel like this might be a spouse on the other side or something, just saying, like winking at you, you know how this goes. There's a lot of love around, and I feel like fall, I'm picking up feast or famine as well. I'm picking up for some of you, you have been through feast or famine. Things have been really good or things have been really shitty. And there's been nothing in between. And I feel like now you're about to step into an in-between space, in between a comfortable place, but not the place to stay, because we don't stay in the comfort. We keep growing and moving and learning. You keep pulling me back over here. Keep pulling me back to lack of. And this is the 9 of Anthems. I think it says, I have no reading glasses. This is like, you know, that fearful, what we fear, we kind of putting ourselves in the guarded sense. And I feel like there's, even in the dark, there's light, and there's a messenger here. And it keeps going back to that original. You're like afraid to let yourself be happy in the happy times that are coming. Let yourself be happy. Trust that this is good. Trust that there's good things happening. And it's like, it's brewing like that perfect little mixture is what's coming in for me. And this that and it's like there's calm. You're in the middle of creation. And you're in the middle of creating a masterpiece. And you are the masterpiece. How do you want to create it? How do you want to be seen? And see, kind of goldeny, right? To see yourself in that goldeny light. But I do feel as if, I think there's a lot to celebrate. And I think you need to be very proud of yourself that, if this is your children, then that you've raised great children. Or if you are the person who's getting pregnant, or you're the person who's getting married, that you've made that decision to make yourself happy and to have happiness in your life. So you have to remember to continue to work on God, my mother's dog. You have to continue to work on the inner beauty, the inner love as well. Do not give up on the self-love and your self-worth and your value. Just because things are getting good don't mean that you fall victim to the joy of the moment and you rise all the way up here and then drop all the way back down here, and you forget that you're here to work on the middle world. It's the middle world, and I'm telling you, somewhere in here, in this middle world, it's like there's a whole falling in place. There's always that kind of trickstery kind of energy to the side of us, and there's always somebody still watching over us to get us through that. Just keep going. It's a forward direction. It's a forward momentum. There is a lot to celebrate. Go towards your worth, go towards your light, and always be proud of yourself for what you have accomplished to get yourself this far in life. Much love to you all, Taurus, and have a wonderful August, and I wish you well, and I will see you all in September. Bye-bye.